Welcome to the Random Wrestling Review.
Hi guys, it's David. We've got a problem with the pod this week. For some reason, the first half of the show, when we review Raw and Impact, didn't record for some reason. I don't know why. It said it was recording, but it only recorded the last 4 minutes of the conversation. Thankfully, we got all of In Your House recorded, so it's a slightly shorter pod this week, but normal service will resume next week. Okay, so thanks for downloading and listening last week, and for doing the same this week. I hope you enjoy this week's pod and keep listening to Random Wrestling Review.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've managed to get all of our technical kicks figured out, except for the fact that Alan's still here, so we need to put up with that. And now we're going to talk about In Your House 1.
In Your House.
So, why In Your House 1, you might ask?
Because you wanted to torture her.
Because, well, see when you think about it, it's a significant pay-per-view, because it basically started off the trend or the calendar that we have now with pay-per-views. That
One a month.
One a month, basically. It wasn't quite that bad. I think this was the start of 10 a month, or 8 a month. But when you think back...
8 a year.
Aye, 8 a year, sorry. No, 8 a month. That'd have been... I know that it's overkill now, but that'd have been something. When you think back that back in this time, they basically had the 4 big ones, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, then maybe King of the Ring and a few Saturday night main events. That was basically your whack. So, this basically started what we have now. So, In Your House 1 started with a promo video with the usual shite, but it was a lot, as it was 1996 PG WWF, it was a bit more cartoony than even what we get now. I mean, you had the immortal line from Diesel that said, In Your House 1, well, I'm going to be in your face. The funny thing about that was it actually cut to Sid after that, and it was just him laughing. I don't know if he was laughing because he was portraying the psycho gimmick, or the fact he was just laughing. It was such a shite line.
Diesel cunt.
Diesel, man. Big daddy cool, big sexy.
I'm sexy, but that's irrelevant.
No. Sober.
You can't talk.
We've got sexy and sex best, but aye.
Kevin Sash.
Right, come on.
So the actual pay-per-view is opened by Vince and Doc Hendricks, who's Michael
Hayes,
thanks Dutch. One of the fabulous Freebirds, who the WWF decided to stick probably one of the most famous wrestlers of the territorial days with this gimmick. And anyone who knew anything about wrestling back then clearly knew that this was Michael Hayes and not a guy called Doc Hendricks. But
That was just Doc Hendricks.
that was 1995 WWF for you. And we get the first match, which is Bret Hart versus Hakushi with Shinja.
I'd like to just give an honourable mention to Sasa here. He pointed out that this guy's got tattoos on his face, a wee worshipper, similar to a guy that debuted on the 2nd of April 2012. It was just as pish and flopped pretty quickly.
I mean,
Don't you talk about Sweet Pea like that.
who's to say that this isn't a skinny Tensai or Albert?
Because it's no.
How do you know that?
Google will tell me.
Well,
His eyes are more slant.
oh fuck.
Racist!
I'm for it.
Jinsei Shinkazi was his name.
Yeah, I've seen that. He actually had a wee spell in ECW as well after this.
He sort of reminded me of Sabu, but I'm not sure why.
Do you know, I actually thought he was quite good.
I liked him as well.
Yeah. I mean, this match with Bret was the best match on the card.
Can I just say something? I know it's a bit off topic for wrestling, but Ronnie O'Sullivan's got a fit wife.
He does. That is true.
Wrestling.
So let's say something for Bret Hart. It was established last week that we are a Shawn Michaels pod, but
Bret's better.
No, Brett isn't better. But Brett is good, but Brett isn't better. But
Brett screwed Brett, and Brett's a cunt.
Brett is a cunt.
He's just a mono-faced old bastard, man. Let's be honest.
Dutch is some. Dutch is
I want to go home. It's cold.
Right. Oh,
Why
cunts.
doesn't he go home?
I'm trying to make a serious point here, like the serious broadcast journalist, try to. And I've just have to deal with two fannies talking shit. So, anyway, Dutch, as somebody who was watching back then, what did you think of Brett at this time?
Well, nothing much. Just boring. I mean, just wooden promos and
Yeah.
5 moves of doom.
I wonder where we've heard that before.
Well, Alan, go on, stop fucking typing.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ. So, what I found interesting was, before the match started, Hakushi came out, and do you know what, I actually looked this up, do you know what Hakushi means in Japanese?
Shinsuke Nakamura.
No. What? No. What does Hakushi mean in English? Another Japanese name? No, I don't think so. It actually means white warrior. Well, how many black WWF or World Champions has there been? Just saying.
The Rock.
But the Rock's half caste Samoan, so.
Ron Simmons.
WCW. Wasn't the Fed.
Mark Henry.
Ahmed Johnson should have been.
Ahmed Johnson was just a fucking drugged up machine.
Big Mark.
Ahmed Johnson was basically the personified version of a machine.
He's ignoring you there, Alan.
Who?
Mark Henry.
Mark Henry. Well, I suppose, but I think Mark Henry basically got it because he paid his dues. If anyone in wrestling's paid their dues and deserved a title run, I think it was Mark Henry. Just for sheer sympathy.
I mean,
Kane.
he did shag an old woman and she gave birth to a hand, so.
Well, I was listening to a review away. Shouldn't plug competition, but they
I don't think we're in any fucking competition with the law, to be fair.
leagues above. No, but they mentioned that in a year time, yeah, that transsexual angle with China and that Sammy.
That's right, aye. He fucked a tranny on Raw, aye.
And then Mae Young.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, an angle that he lost his virginity to his sister. All in a year and a half.
Well, that was because, the story back then was that round about this time, 95, 96, that Vince signed him on a 10-year contract, and about 2 years into that contract, Vince didn't rate him, and he couldn't afford to sack him and pay him off, so he gave him all these shite gimmicks. This match was actually quite a good match. It was the best and the longest match in the whole event. The ending was Brett hits a suplex to the outside, which was really a hard suplex because they both went right over the top of it. It was a proper suplex from the apron to the outside, and they both took a bump from the apron. They go to get back in. Shinja grabs Brett's ankle. Hakushi hits a springboard moonsault from the apron. They end up going back inside. Hakushi goes for the roll up. It's reversed. Brett gets the victory roll, and Bret Hart pins someone and wins.
Do you not think that was quite a shady way to end that guy's unbeaten run? Because he kept telling us he was unbeaten, and then he ends with that.
They told us he was unbeaten, but he also said this was his first in-ring match.
What I thought was quite awkward was when your Hendrix geezer said about Bret Hart's mum. I thought that was about her sons. I thought it was really awkward. Obviously at the time, different, but I was a bit.
Helen Hart got a hell of a doing in this pay-per-view, verbally. Because it was Mother's Day. That was something. It was Mother's Day, so they always kept going back to Helen Hart.
To be fair, in 2003, Linda McMahon was getting a fair doing.
Literally.
Getting tombstoned.
Right, so
getting her brain mangled.
Yeah.
Well, that's why she was running for the Republicans.
YOLO.
Nothing wrong with the Republicans. After the match, Brett goes to leave the ring, and while leaving the ring, he apparently hurts his knee or his ankle or fucking something, and Vince McMahon basically starts crying over this. So fuck, there we go. They then go to Todd. What was his name again? Dutch Todd what?
Nelly.
Aye. They promote. This was a big gimmick for this pay-per-view, that they were giving away a house in Florida.
Did they give that away? Did they announce the winner?
Aye,
won
they
it.
did.
What was worse though was when they showed the fucking armoured vehicle carrying the...
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, apparently over 340,000 people entered this.
I won.
Yep. So the second match was Double J, Jeff Jarrett, who was the Intercontinental Champion at this time, and the Roadie, who the astute amongst you might realise that this was the Road Dogg.
I thought that was it.
Ah, fuck it. Who were going in a handicap match against Razor Ramon or Scott Hall. The story behind this was that Jeff Jarrett won the IC title from Razor at the past Royal Rumble, so they had this.
Is it not Jarrett and not Jarrett?
No, it's Jeff Jarrett.
It's not Jeff Jarrett.
Well, it's spelled Jarrett, but I think it's pronounced Jarrett.
JJ.
Fuck it, big double J. Fuck.
Yeah, but it's JARRETT.
Yeah.
Jarrett.
The thing I most remember about Jeff Jarrett or Jeff Jarrett was
Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett was
Jaffa Cakes.
Jaffa Cakes. Anyway, was the promo that Vince done on him when they done the simulcast of Raw and Nitro at the same time, and then you had Jeff Jarrett on the screen at Nitro, and it was Vince cutting a promo going, "What will I do with Jeff Jarrett? Well, he likes to spell his name double J, double whatever." Then he goes, "Well, when WWF buys WCW, you consider him double G, double O, double E, and double E." God, it's like just totally shiting all over Jeff Jarrett. Who was one of he might even been the world champion in WCW at that time.
But Jeff sure showed him with how successful TNA is, didn't he?
I bet Vince still regrets that to this day.
WWE should just buy TNA. Quality company, quality matches,
And
shit stories.
that great fucking TNA crowd as well.
And
They
that's
sold
great
out
fan.
Wembley, I'll have you know.
Oh, well, they sold out the Wembley Arena, they didn't sell out Wembley Stadium.
Shh. Shh.
So anyway, Jeff...
WWE were awfully proud of selling at Braehead, which is 4,000 folk.
As a regular of the Braehead Arena, it's a fine arena, and it will not be slagged on this podcast.
I just slagged it. Up the hydro.
Well, you do remember I've got editing powers, so fuck you. Anyway, Jarrett comes out, and they do a phone interview with the kid, who is X-Pac, Shawn Walton. Did you know that, Gav?
Who?
The kid was you never fucking watched this, why am I asking you?
I didn't realise that. I recognised the voice, but I didn't realise it until you pointed it out.
Every day's a fucking school day in this
The only
pod.
DX guys I know is Road Dogg, Billy Gunn, China, Shawn Michaels, Triple H.
You must know who X-Pac is, though.
Nah.
No.
I saw him at Raw 1000.
Torn arsehole, X-Pac.
Torn arsehole, aye.
Not a
We
clue.
discussed them last week, for fuck's sake.
You think I'll listen?
Anyway, Dutch, what did you make of this match?
Didn't like it.
No, it was pretty
Just-
boring.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense having, building up Jarrett and Roddy and them just having Razor beat them
What?
1-on-2.
Yeah. What I found strange was the finish was that Razor won with a Razor's Edge on Jarrett. Why did they have to pin Jarrett? Why could they not have pinned the Road Dogg? Sorry, the Roadie.
Oh, the best thing happened after the match with Aldo Montoya
Yeah.
coming in.
Why the fuck
Fabio
did he come
Vega.
They
Yeah.
had a load of run-ins in this
Yeah.
pay-per-view overall. I like a good run-in, but these weren't good run-ins.
This match was significant as it was the Roadie or Road Dogg's first televised match in the WWF, who would be going to come.
You didn't know.
There you go, he'd come on to have a very successful drug-laden career in the WWF, and he now works as a road agent, so it all worked out.
And he probably got a piece of China, so.
I don't know, he was always married though, but fucking that means anything in wrestling, I suppose.
He's a very
Do you think that would stop China?
No, I suppose.
He's a very
To be honest,
religious-
we should just dedicate 5 minutes every week to slagging off China.
Actually, I would give China a go.
I don't think anyone wouldn't. You'd be too scared to say no to it.
I suppose, aye.
You wouldn't have much choice in it, David.
Is she the level of my darling Molly Holly? No, but I've done worse.
What about your actual bird? I mean, she probably doesn't listen to it because she thinks it's a load of inane drivel, so you can probably say what you want.
No, she did. She listened to it last week and
She commented on how sexy my voice sounded quite clearly.
Did she listen to the after show chat?
well, she listened to the end of the pod where we were talking about it, and then she found it quite funny. Yeah, more funny than I did, but there you go.
Well, we can always have a repeat.
Yeah. Apparently, she enjoys being sex pested, so.
Jolly good.
As Dutch mentioned, the aftermatch of this match was that the Roddy and Jarrett put a beat down on Ramon, then Aldo Montoya, for some fucking reason, came out, and then he got swiftly dealt with. Then an unknown man came out and helped Razor Ramon clean house, and we'd later find out that unknown man was none other than Savio Vega. This match.
Will you stop typing, Alan?
So fucking annoying. And will you stop?
It's not me.
And Gav, will you stop putting links up to my bird and Bird's Facebook?
Right, I'll remove it. There we go.
Right, so that was that. We then cut to Lawler arguing with WWF President Jack. I can never get this guy's name right. Was it Jack Tunney or
Tunney.
Tunney?
Tunney.
Yeah. I can never mind if it's Tuffy or Tunney. Right. Lawler's arguing with Jack Tunney because he's going to go up against Bret Hart later in the night, and he's obviously wanting the match now because we presume that Bret is injured. Wow. We then get a promo video about Psycho Sid, which includes him attacking Razor Ramon and injuring Shawn Michaels, who of course is both of these as Kevin Nash's, Diesel's best friends. Gripping stuff.
Best ever.
Yeah. Then we got a third match, which is a squash match between Mabel, who's with Mo, against Adam Bomb, who would go on.
That wasn't even the highlights that I watched.
Well, Adam Bomb would go on to become a WCW Tag Team Champion as part of Chronic. There you go. Mabel was also known as Viscera, also known as Big Daddy V.
Oh, the big fat twat. Big Daddy V was black though.
So was
Mabel, never mind.
He didn't just change race in between his WWF career.
Is he dead now, or is he just retired?
Well, he's just, I don't know. You know how the WWF have got the WWE, so they've got their wellness policy, he probably falls under it.
You remember the segment he had where he went out to dinner with Elaine Garcia and he ordered 2 of everything? Remember that?
Yeah. I remember that was the angle for a bit, that he was going to marry Lillian Garcia. Then the Godfather showed up, and it was like, no, you don't want to marry her, you want to come with my hose. And he just left Lillian at the altar and went to a party with the Godfather.
The 500 pounds love machine.
He came out wearing jammies and stuff. Oh, God. So, this match was a King of the Ring qualifier, which Mabel would end up winning this year. Mabel would win the King of the Ring.
Bet they matches were amazing.
I can never say I've watched the 1995 King of the Ring. We'll need to review it sometime.
No, we won't.
No, probably not. Mabel won in a minute 54 with, I don't know, the Mabel Bomb, let's call it that. Fuck it.
Fat Man Splash.
Fat Man Splash. Dutch, give us some deep insight into Mabel.
That was the match of the evening.
That was the match.
Loved it. Alvin beats a big black man splashing someone.
I love me some.
Was he like a black Boris Johnson?
No,
Nah.
No.
Well, that's just not entertaining.
I do love me some.
And there's someone at my door, so I'll be back in a few minutes.
Fuck.
Somehow. You say there was somebody at his back door.
Hey.
I have to mention that Shawn Michaels, he was injured due to being beaten up by some Marines. Well, 12 of them.
Was it not storyline? He was out because of a sub though.
Yeah, but in real life he got beat up along with Big Bulldog and
Oh, Davey boy, yeah.
I think he was trying to chat up some bird and Marines didn't like it and
Well,
beat them up.
you think of the way that Shawn Michaels looked and dressed and acted back in 1995, I don't think a group of Marines would have took too kindly to him.
Well, I'm not sure if the Miz and Cena were there, though.
Or Randy Orton. It might have been Randy Orton on the...
Oh, Ted DiBiase.
Yeah. So, after this we got a promo with Razor, who told us that the mystery man was Savile Vega. And, yeah, Vega cuts a promo saying that... basically sucking Razor's cock here, telling him what a great guy Razor was. Which is always...
Was this a competition between the two of them to see who could pronounce English words worse than Dutch?
Well, the thing is though that Razor Ramon is English-speaking American.
Aye. But you know what I mean though? It was...
I never understood his gimmick. Scott Hall's Razor Ramon gimmick where he speak English really awkwardly and really put on.
Well, you just had to wait until JR decided to bring back Razor Ramon.
Were you a fan of Razor, Dutch?
Yeah, I liked him. I mean, I was 13, 14 at the time, so he was something different. There was no Mabel though, but had to do.
There was no Adam Bomb.
Oh, but the thing with Razor, he's just a rip-off of Scarface.
Yeah, that was basically that was his gimmick, Scarface.
And you know that Vince is about 20 years behind on.
Yeah.
So
after that we got the fourth match, which was for the World Tag Team Championships between Owen Hart and Yokozuna, who were accompanied to the ring by Jim Cornette and Mr. Fuji, who were going up against the former Tag Team Champions, the Smoking Guns of Billy Gunn, who is the Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass, and Bart Gunn. Memories of Bart Gunn, Dutch?
Butterbean.
Butterbean, aye, that was it for me, WrestleMania 15. I think his most famous moment was basically ending the WWF career of Steve Williams. Yeah.
Up to death.
And the talent spotting career of JR as well. So Smoking Guns, story behind this, they were the former champions. They lost their belts to Owen and Yokozuna. I was quite impressed with the Smoking Guns, to be honest. They worked well as a tag team, I thought.
They had that sort of inverted 3D.
Yeah, that was quite good.
Yeah.
I mean, they were nothing special, they were generic tag team, but for pure in the ring, I thought they were okay.
Do you not always get a bit uneasy? Well, not uneasy, but funny watching matches which involve wrestlers that have died already.
Well, both Owen and Yokozuna are dead, so...
I know.
Yeah.
I'm saying you're watching. It's like whenever I see matches now that have
Eddie, or Benoit.
Eddie or different,
Yeah.
or Test or Garrison Cage.
Yeah.
Just depressing if you look at the events from the early 90s.
Oh yeah.
I remember, I think, Royal Rumble 90 or 91. It had at least 8 or 9 dead wrestlers on it.
Yeah.
I mean,
in all seriousness, back in this time, wrestlers had some terrible working conditions.
I always thought when you watch, I know technology's advanced, but you can see the total difference in production quality from then until now. It's absolutely incredible.
Still,
just how far it's advanced.
But WWF still had the far superior production quality over WCW back then here as well.
TNA have got the best.
No.
You've gone for
back,
5
by the way.
minutes, you can back within it.
So I thought this match had a bit of a bizarre ending. Yokozuna delivers a leg drop to Bart Gunn on the outside. Bart gets rolled back into the ring and Owen pins him for 3. Match went 5 minutes 44.
You didn't even see the finish, didn't you not? It was, we're too busy watching the outside, was it not?
I don't know, well, it depends what version of this you're watching. I watched this, the Coliseum video version, so that'd have been edited to fuck.
I watched it from the actual DVD.
Well, that'd have been the Coliseum video version as well.
Where we go?
Don't know. Yeah, so that was that. I mean, it was a decent tag team match, but it seemed like it'd be more suited for Superstars or Saturday Night Challenge, whatever show they were running back then.
I watched. This was obviously the first time I'd seen a lot of these seasons.
Yeah.
I thought they were fish bone.
Yeah. I mean, this was very much a time of transition for the WWF.
Was this were they getting beat by WCW at this time?
95, no, they'd have been still ahead.
So was it what, from 96 to 98?
I mean, well,
98?
Nitro, they just started in 95, wasn't it?
Yeah, September.
Yeah, September 95, so I mean, for the best part of this year there wasn't a Monday Night Wars. I mean, this was basically this was May 95, so there wasn't a Monday Night Wars back then.
When did Vince leave commentary? When did he decide that was him for commentary and leave it?
97.
No, 98, I'd say, early 98.
But he wasn't on commentary, was he, when Brett screwed Brett?
No, he was standing outside to give Hebner the signal. Well, aye, so that was November 96. Well, aye, so it would have been about 97 then, aye. So,
By the way,
yes.
seeing that match, Yokozuna and Owen Hart,
Yes.
are they both dead?
Yes, both of them. That's great insight as always, Gav. Thanks for that.
Just a question. Chill.
Well, after that, we got a Diesel interview who was going on about his Mother's Day and that this was his first Mother's Day since he lost his mum. A very uplifting promo by Diesel. He talks about getting attacked by Henry Godwin and $1 Million Incorporation led by Ted DiBiase, who was the manager of Psycho Sid at this point. We then cut to Jerry Lawler, who's in the ring with his mother, who is clearly a 20-something-year-old model. King basically slags Helen Hart and says, after the match, King's mum's going to challenge Helen Hart to a match, so we'd have that to look forward to.
You could see Lawler's pervert side coming through here.
Well, far be it from me to suggest that Jerry Lawler fucked a 14-year-old girl in Memphis Championship Wrestling. I wouldn't even say that.
So that's what you're going to suggest?
I never said that.
So you think allegedly Jerry Lawler would be the type of person to do that?
I'm not saying that.
Bill Roach.
Well, all I'm saying is if Ken Barlow can do it, anybody can do it.
Roy Crawford!
Haley must be...
Norris Cole.
Norris is a great shout.
China.
China. That's going to be like our default answer for this now. Anytime somebody's got a question, China.
I don't remember China or Joanna Lumley.
Joanna Laurie, I think.
I don't
Are we
remember
having a
her
break
being
here,
for the
or-
United States.
Are we just talking shit?
We're just talking shit, aye. Aye, so fifth match was Bret Hart against the King Jerry Lawler. And before the match, Bret gets interviewed by our man Todd. Bret comes out and Lawler's laughing in the ring until he sees that Bret isn't injured. Bret Lawler right from the off, they brawl on the outside. They come back, his finishing move that he's used for this point, that's helped him win over 50 titles, so many different regional promotions.
But you all won't.
What?
He was the booker in most of them, so he just
Oh.
booked himself to win.
That's true. But but anyway, Jerry Lawler hits his finishing move, and Bret Hart goes "fuck you" and just stands back up. Remind you of anyone who wears bright coloured clothes, jorts, baseball cap?
Hey, don't diss the Miz. No, don't diss Cena. I'm wearing one of his t-shirts right now.
Seriously, why the fuck do I?
Rise,
Why the fuck do I ask you on here?
rise above hate.
Right, so Errol
Not
Heb-
applicable.
Errol Hebner, who's the referee for this match, gets tied up in the rope by the ankle on the outside, and then Hakushi and Shinja comes in and beats the fuck out of Brett. Hakushi hits the diving headbutt, which by this point Errol Hebner can clearly see that there's two other people in the ring, but he just decides to ignore it. Jerry Lawler goes for the pin and gets the free and beats Bret Hart in 5 minutes and 1 second.
10 minutes ago, or whatever, that match never happened, but it did. And he's talking pish.
Well, Alan usually talks pish. So,
What, David, why was Bret Hart in 2 matches?
well,
I asked that, and you were like, oh, he wasn't in 2 matches.
I was
This-
saving it.
the story behind the first match with Hakushi was that the WWF done a big show in Japan, and during, like, I don't know if it was the event or the promotion for it, Hakushi attacked Bret Hart. So that set up that match, and King and Bret Hart had been feuding for the best part of a year at this point, and would continue to do so up to the next pay-per-view, King of the Ring. It would be the famous one where Bret won and the King had to kiss Bret Hart's foot. But why these two were on why Bret had to wrestle 2 matches, I don't know. I don't know why they couldn't have just done the Hakushi match, made it 5 minutes longer, and had King come out and screw over Bret for the Hakushi to get the win. But I don't know. Bret was the biggest draw in the company at this time, and you remember Shawn Michaels is out injured, so
Was this before Undertaker and Kane's time?
no. Well, Undertaker was on this card, but he done a dark match, which was only seen on the home video. It wasn't actually seen on the pay-per-view against Kama and
All fighting machine.
yeah, the Ultimate Fight Machine, as he was known.
What
But
about Rikishi? Or whatever he's called.
Rikishi,
In WCW.
no,
Fatu,
Fatu, aye.
making a difference. Fatu.
Rikishi wasn't with the WWF at that point anyway.
So they had like, what, 12 guys?
Yeah.
He was Fatu back then.
Yeah, he was called Fatu back then. His actual name is Fatu, isn't it?
He's got the wee gay boy, he says. Wee twats.
The Usos. His name isn't fucking Uso anyway. Aye, so after the match, they continue to beat up Bret, who eventually cleans house and is left in the ring looking pissed off.
As always.
As always with fucking Bret, you know.
His feet were probably cold.
His feet were cold. After that, we got a promo with Sid, who said that Diesel's time has run out, that he was the ruler of the world, the master of the world, and whatever fucking else. Dutch, your opinion on Sid?
I loved him.
Did you?
Yeah, honestly, I did. Just don't know. Liked him since 1992 when he should have been champion. Hogan pulled him out of the ring, allowing Flair to.
Yeah.
Ever
So
since then,
Hogan's a twat.
Hogan is a twat.
Next TNA champion.
After that, we cut to Vince and Michael Hayes. They talk about Bret versus King, then set up Sid versus Diesel, and then they throw it to Todd and Stephanie, and it's time for the main event of the evening. Fuck the World Championship! It's time to give away a fucking house. Woo! Woo! Yeah, so Todd and Stephanie give some of the worst, cringy, fucking cheesy TV banter that I've ever seen in my fucking life. The house is in Hunters Creek, Orlando, Florida. Stephanie jumps in the big tub that all the entrant letters are in and uses a rake to mix them up. I've wrote here from my notes, this is painful, it was pretty hard to watch. Todd calls the winner, and for the first time he dials the number wrong and we get the operator saying, "You're a fanny, try again." So he rings it correct the second time, and the winner of the house is Matt Pompadilli, or some fucking Italian name, I don't know. Matt
He's
something.
probably some guy just sitting in the back
Yeah.
that works for WWE.
Yep. So we throw back to Vince and Michael Hayes, who said he's a big friend of Matthew, and they're going to get a round of golf together tomorrow. Interesting.
Yeah, but you know what I actually heard? That house was actually just a WWE backroom guy's house.
Probably.
Like, they didn't even hire a house because they're just that cheap.
Dutch just sent me a link of an interview they done with the house winner.
Yeah, they basically just moved into a house. So they won a Florida house, which they then sold a few months later.
Yeah. Well, you would. If you got a free house, you'd sell it.
Oh, but the thing is, they won the house, but they didn't calculate any taxes or all that. So
Yeah.
they had to actually pay in order to claim that free house.
Yeah. Okay, so the main event of this pay-per-view was the WWF champion. I can't see shit. I need to turn a light on. Diesel taking on Psycho Sid for the belt. Dutch, I'm going to have a wild guess here and say that you weren't a Diesel fan.
Well, I would like to make when he first started, but he just grew stale, which didn't draw the same old matches.
Was he champion for over a year?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was,
Was it this spell?
Still a twat.
I think so, yeah.
The lowest drawn period in WWF
Yep, was.
history.
When Diesel was...
Never have seen Kevin Nash. I don't like him. I've always thought he was.
I've never got the appeal of Kevin Nash either. All he's got going for him was he was big. That was it.
And he flicked his hair a lot.
Yeah, and he couldn't hit the powerbomb for shit.
Well, that's what Cornette said when he was teaching the Diesel moveset. He said all he's got is a couple of slams, the fucking hair flip, and the powerbomb, and that's it.
But he can't even hit the powerbomb. Dutch, was it in WCW where it was a powerbomb match? Was that between Nash and Sid as well? Or was that that was a Giant, aye. Do you know about this, Alan?
What is it, David?
Well, in WCW, when Nash was there, he had a powerbomb match with the Giant, or the Big Show, as he's known.
Powerbomb match.
A powerbomb match where you won by doing the powerbomb to your opponent. And the finish of the match was supposed to be that Nash hit the powerbomb and the referee never saw it. But Nash went to hit the powerbomb, totally blew his back out, never hit it, then grabbed the ref who was like doing the groggy ref routine and said, I hit the powerbomb, finish the match. And he did, because Nash was the booker at this point. So Nash decided he had enough and the match was over.
Was this before or after Kevin Nash done his quad by walking?
He done his what?
He done his quad in by walking.
I think this might have been after that. Well,
Dutch, how do you get these links so quick?
Just go on YouTube and type it.
But there's say one thing and you've got a link for it, and 5 seconds later.
Is that the powerbomb match? Oh god.
So
Yeah,
was this when Kevin Nash just ran riot and did what he wanted and booked himself to win, basically?
Yeah, because he was the booker in WCW. He made all the decisions. He decided who went over.
Jesus.
He tore his quad in 2002, not 1998.
Oh yeah.
No, I've never seen that kind of sash.
Well, Vince done the same thing, sure. At the Royal Rumble in 2006.
That was hilarious. He done both of them.
Or both.
He done both at the same time, huh?
That was brilliant.
Well, how was that supposed to finish originally? Just Batista throwing him over?
Just Batista winning, aye. Batista winning clean.
Surprised at that. When you look at that, there they had the two of them sort of pinpointed as the men to take them forward, and one of them still doing the exact same stuff.
Yeah. Right, so
The other one will be back soon.
Roger Knight's making some funny noises. There we go. So this match, that's what can you say about Diesel against Sid?
I was happy it was over. When it was over, just
Am I right in thinking the match didn't finish by way of pinfall?
You're
Or anything
correct.
like that?
You're correct.
And was
Crap running.
Yeah.
was Kevin Nash a face here?
Yes, Kevin Nash was one of the top faces in the company at this time.
leader of the new generation.
Yes, he was.
at
The new
35.
Yeah.
Wow, however old he was.
Still a twat.
28 years ago? No. 18 years ago. Yeah, 28 years ago. Fuck am I talking about?
Let's see, he's 53 now.
53, yeah, 18 years. So, Diesel hits, the finish of the match is, Diesel hits the big boot, then the powerbomb, goes for the pin, and it's broke up by Tatanka, who was part of the money.
Good match.
For a match between Sid and Diesel, it was as good as you were going to get. But yeah, so Tatanka comes in, attacks Diesel, and so does Ted DiBiase, and then Diesel wins by DQ. After the match, all three attack Diesel. Sid goes for the powerbomb. Bam Bam Bigelow comes out and makes the save in the clean house. It's Bigelow and Nash standing tall as the pay-per-view goes off the air.
Don't forget.
Speaking of Sid, have you seen his leg break?
Sid's? Oh aye.
You've seen it, Alan.
No, I've not seen it yet.
The one from the top rope where he jumps. Oh no, I can't even look it up.
Don't forget, David, that Hendricks was saying that Bigelow had just saved Kevin Nash's career.
Yeah. Well, you remember that Bam Bam Bigelow main evented at WrestleMania?
That must have been brilliant.
No, with American football player.
Ooh, that looks bloody sore.
Yep.
Just walk it off.
Oh, seriously, for anyone out there who's not seen Sid breaking his leg in WCW, just type in Psycho Sid leg break in YouTube and feel your balls go inside yourself.
Did he finish the match?
Oh.
Yeah, he goes up and does it again. Oh.
Okay.
So that's done.
Yep. So
Discuss it.
that's us done.
Do we get to know what we're doing next week?
Shortly, but first, tell me, Alan. First, what did you make of In Your House 1?
Well, as a sort of new generation fan, it didn't really appeal to me. I thought Kevin Nash was fish. Bret Hart, although good in the ring, I just didn't like him. And Waller was still a pervert. I didn't like it. I thought I'll give it a 3.
3 out of 10. Gav, as somebody who wasn't even born when this pay-per-view first aired, what was your thoughts on it?
I didn't enjoy it. To be honest.
Can I tell you why you never enjoyed it? Because you never fucking watched it.
Well, I did watch maybe the first 20 odd minutes of it, but it never...
Do you know, I'm giving you a rating, you're getting a -1 out of 10, and that's all we're hearing from you. Dutch, as somebody who...
It didn't even suck me in. I like it when I get sucked in to the entertainment. But
You're definitely not getting sucked this week. No sucking for Gav.
Speak to the deck, I can't.
Fuck you. Anyway. Dutch, as somebody who was an active viewer back then, what was your initial thoughts, if you can remember, when this pay-per-view first came out, and what do you think about it now, looking back on it?
I like the concept, because just quick 2-hour pay-per-view, especially if you think back now, a Raw fucking longer than In Your House pay-per-view. And I liked it. I mean, I liked the opening match. I liked Owen Hart. And I don't know, you have to look at the time, 1995. Shite year.
Well,
but
wrestling was on the downslope.
yeah, and I still watched it. But back then, I had to wait on the videotape coming out, so...
Yeah. What was it like in Holland at that time? Did you get, like, pay-per-views live? No?
Last pay-per-view we had was WrestleMania 8. Just before they returned... Well, they returned last month in Holland, but before that, we only had one one house show. That was in 1990. Had matches like Skinner against Owen Hart.
Skinner, God.
Big Boss Man against Akeem.
Yeah.
I'm the boss.
Do you get the pay-per-views now? Over?
I don't know, I'm in Edinburgh, so...
Well, I suppose that's a fucking stupid question.
No, I don't think they do. They show it in Belgium, but all my friends in Holland You just watch it online
Yeah.
through rental. Not to condone it.
Well, of course, we would definitely not condone pirating or streaming in this pod.
No.
No.
No. So, what would you give us out of 10?
Oh,
Wait your turn.
I give it 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10. Yeah, I'd have to.
Just for the opening match.
Yeah. I'd have to agree with Dutch for a lot of that as well. You remember the whole concept of this was that was a cheaper pay-per-view as well. It was a lot less money than it would have cost for buying one of the big 4 pay-per-views. And for an hour and a half, a wee bit of wrestling, it was okay. 5 out of 10 for me as well.
You got over 300,000 buys for it.
Yeah, it did really well. It was I think it was the most successful in your house pay-per-view ever, because these continued all the way up to 99, I think. Well, the last one I can remember.
28.
Sorry?
They had 28 pay-per-views branded as in your house, then it just went over to,
Yeah. I think
Unforgiven and all that.
I think the last one I can remember was Rock Bottom.
This topped at Backlash 99.
Oh, Backlash 99 was probably the last one. Sorry, Gav, you were going to say something.
Can I just ask you a question of the day, just to cap off the end of the pod? The best run-in ever in WWE history. What is it?
Stone Cold Backlash 2000.
Dutch?
Aldo Montoya.
Alan?
Goldberg to help Eddie Guerrero win the WWE title.
I'm gonna go for the Undertaker running in the Triple H Rock Iron Man match.
But the Rock didn't even win.
I know that.
Spoilers.
Gabba, have you picked something you've seen live, or are you picking something you go back and watched?
Went back and watched. But I suppose the one I've seen live would be...
You should be picking one that you actually watched yourself.
Well, seen live probably would be... I think the only one I've seen live.
Well, can I just say, no matter what you say, you're going to be wrong, so we don't even want to hear it.
Well, it was the run-in at the end of Raw when it was Cena and Sheamus in a lumberjack match or something like that.
Really? Oh, fuck. Melina and Alicia Fox.
The Shield. Survivor Series.
Oh, aye.
Why would you not go for Nexus in 2010?
I missed that.
I didn't watch it in 2010.
I picked it up after the Nexus storyline finished. The Nexus storyline, it had so much potential, but then...
The Nexus is a discussion for another pod. Let's end this.
Well, can we do SummerSlam 2010?
Maybe. I'll tell. Well, next week, a wee bit of change. Next week I'm going to be up in Orkney, staying with my good lady. Yes.
We're going to review that.
No.
Keep it.
She is going to join us next week though.
She'll love that.
Yeah. So next week I wanted a quick, reasonably short little event to.
Well, we may as well review you and your girlfriend going at it.
Quick and painful.
Fuck yous, we're going to be watching WWE versus ECW head to head from 2006.
Alright.
This was a few days before One Night Stand 2006, where Rob Van Dam would beat John Cena for the WWE title.
There's another one in there with Edge at One Night Stand.
Yeah, well, there's
Helmet.
that was a good running as well. But that's going to be what we're reviewing next week. It's kind of Saturday night main event kind of show, a one-off special. But it's alright. So
I'll watch that tomorrow.
before we end it, let's do our shout outs and plugs. Alan, where can people find you, Sex Best and them on Twitter?
I don't want to give away my secret. Then while I'm doing it.
The Alan McKenzie.
Yes, that's at the Alan McKenzie. You can find Gav at
GavmanFF.
and you can
Quality
find
patter.
yes, and you can find the man that knows Dutch at
Nowhere. I don't want anybody to follow me. Fuck off.
you can find
I'm at SVL 3081.
there you go. And of course you can follow me at David RWR, and please for the love of fuck remember to follow the podcast at RWR underscore podcast. Thanks very much for downloading last week and watching on YouTube last week. There's a couple of issues with the download link. I'll try and sort that for this week. Gav will put the podcast on YouTube again for probably Wednesday
Well,
again. Yes, you'll do as you're fucking told.
I'll get it ready for me by 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yes, it'll be ready for you tomorrow, don't worry. And
Bitch.
same shouts out to me. Thanks again to my girlfriend for doing the voiceovers and taking the endless sexual abuse that she gets on here.
She can take it and take it well.
God. my parents-in-law, whatever, are going to fucking kill me if they ever listen to this. I'll be up and Orkney next week and they'll be all sitting around the table and Becky will be like, oh, do you know David's doing a podcast? And, oh, let's hear it. No. It's... Orkney's a long fucking way from Linwood and I don't fancy walking it. But, yeah, so thanks to Becky and thanks to Cal and Marchetti, still alive, for providing us with our fucking
Can't come alive.
awesome catchy theme tune. And yes, as Gav says, you can find him at Callan Alive and go into iTunes and type in Still Alive and you'll find all his stuff. He does some really, really good stuff. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching and we'll see you next week for WWE against ACW head to head.
Catch you.